Now, after providing a context and a persona or a role, the next thing we need to think about is the action item or the verbs that we're going to use. So action words to guide the idea are the type of the output desired. What are we asking the model to do? Are we asking it to create something, analyze something, summarize something? Now, to give you a better understanding and to help you come up with more inspirational ideas, I've added a list of verbs here to give you a basic idea of what are the different tasks you can ask ChatGPT to do. So let's go through some of them. For instance, write, analyze, brainstorm. So for instance, if you're talking about business ideas, you don't want the model to write something, you want it to brainstorm with you and come up with ideas. So that's the verb that you will use. If you have an idea and you want to analyze it, you will say evaluate the idea. Now you're neither brainstorming nor creating something, you're evaluating something. Organize in a specific format, compare two things, contrast, research, categorize, improved, and so on. So it's a long extensive list of verbs up to 63 words, most of which will apply in your case when you're asking a specific task in a prompt. Think about what is the action item I'm looking for, and if you're looking for inspirations, this list is here for you to help you out. Similarly, you can use a bunch of adjectives to define that too. So for instance, you can say, ChatGPT, I want you to be thoughtful in your output. So you can control the tone, style, and voice in which the input prompts. To clarify the expectations, create a cohesive tone and improve quality and effectiveness by describing the desired tone and style. Writers can focus on crafting well-written sentences that meet prompt goals. So now this is just a list of adjectives. Of course, it's not exhaustive. There are so many other thousands of adjectives you can use, but it gives you a very basic idea of how you can use the power of prompting to drive the answer in a specific direction that you want. If you want to write something funny, you can mention that. If you want it to sound scary, you can mention that. Or if you want to create a sense of urgency because you're selling something, then you can tell ChatGPT to do that. Whether it's about making it angry, mysterious, salesy, use this list as your inspiration to come up with the ideas that you want to use. Now, back to our basics of drafting a prompt. We covered verb. The next is the length of the output. Now, length in the output type. So it is very important to be precise in terms of what type of output do we expect ChatGPT to provide to us, because sometimes it won't be clear. If I say write me about photosynthesis, I don't know, the model doesn't know whether I'm asking it to write a one-line answer, a one-word answer, 100-word answer, or 1,000-word answer. So providing that specificity on how much to write is very important. The second thing to keep in mind is the output format that you are expecting from ChatGPT. It could work in multiple different formats, and I have a list of different formats that you can work with here as well. So text-based output that ChatGPT can provide. So I have divided it into subsections. For instance, academic writing. You can say this blog that we are writing is for an academic writing purposes, and we are writing an essay or a research paper or for a case study. Similarly, you can say that, okay, we are doing this for a marketing copy and we're going to specifically create a brochure. So it will use that tone and style and voice that you want to use. Business writing, creative writing, other forms of writing. You can also ask GPT to write different form of text for that can be further used for different purposes. So for instance, you can ask it to write a speech or a debate, or you can ask it to write a resume, or you can ask it to write a novel. So depending on the type of the output that you're looking for, make sure that you assign the right type of the output data that you want from the model as per your request. Now, one more thing to think about is that it can also expect different forms of format. For instance, let me show you by an example here. Can you tell me the top 10 attractions in the world with most popular tourist spots? So now I'm expecting that it will come up with a list of top 10 attractions and some of their popular spots. I haven't described anything yet, whether I want a bullet point or a table or an essay. So now it's going to use its own brain or intelligence to come up with that list. So because I said top 10, it will probably go into a bullet point list, and then it in each one, the Great Wall of China, Marvel of Ancient Greek, the Great Wall sketches across this. Okay, so in this way, it wrote me a list of top 10 attractions in the world. The next thing that I want to do is I'm going to tell the model, convert into tabular format. And I can also say with 2 columns. Column names are tourist attraction name and description. So now I'm expecting GPT to create 2 columns for me in a table, and one is the attraction name and the description of the attraction. Can you convert this into HTML format? Although we wouldn't understand anything because it's now in a very broken HTML format, but it will do the job. So now it's going and creating the entire text in HTML format that we can just go and paste into a .html file and view it from a browser. So in this way, you can assign the output that you want to receive from ChatGPT a specific style, tone, and at the same time a specific format. I can also say here, write this in the form of a Joe Rogan's podcast or Andrew Tate's speeches, and the model will do that. It will take their persona and do it. Let me quickly show you that as well. As if write in the tone and voice of Obama. So now you'll see a flavor of Obama's language in the answer. Okay, it says, can you explain the, I think if I write described, it will be able to do it because it could not answer a instructional question in Obama's voice, but it can explain or describe something in Obama's voice. That's what I think. That's why it gave an error. Let's see if this works. Okay, no, it's not working. Let me try something different. Write a blog on top 10 attractions in the world. Use Obama's style of writing. So remember guys, prompting is never a one prompt job. It's not like you give it one prompt and you get the answer out of it. It is an iterative process. You keep playing around with the model. Even if you ask the same prompt over and over again, the answer might be different. This is also something we'll explore in the advanced section on how we can assign a penalty of reversing of providing the same answer. But right now, to focus on the topic, it's an iterative process. These models are not super accurate. They will make mistakes. They will hallucinate. So verifying and making sure that you update your prompts accordingly to get the most and the best answer out of it is very important. So let's see if this one works. Yes. So now it's writing a blog about the top 10 most attractions in Obama style of writing in our ever connected world. Okay, so it's done writing. In our ever connected world, the lure of travel beacons us to venture beyond our familiar surroundings and discover the wonders that await. From architecture and marvels to natural splendors, and our planet boasts an abundance of captivating attraction that transcend boundaries and ignite their spirit of exploration. So it completely changed the style and the tone of writing, and now it's trying to mimic the style of Obama when it comes to writing. Keep this in mind when you're working in your projects. For your specific project, a specific style and tone will work, whether it's a sales email or whether you're writing a documentation for a technical on a technical topic, or you're writing an entrepreneurship book. You want to be able to write in a specific style. It doesn't have to be a celebrity style. You can just assign a style saying it's professional, funny, or you can assign a specific celebrity or a person style. But in this way, you can completely control the output format and the voice and tone through your prompts.